Reminisce on dangerous summers, was just a thug nigga working for drug dealers in neighborhood. Run about the age of 13, we was gunning, and it was fun to see the police running. Niggas disappear when we come and live. Nappy head shorty, addicted to drinking 40. My niggas is naughty, and y'all niggas is fucking corny. But you left me in the summer of 89, a very good year. Crack cocaine sales rose.
What is going on YouTube? It's Beamer-Fonz, and today I have an interesting video for you guys. Yes, I put my stock airbox back on. That is another topic I'm going to talk about. This topic is about why I have oil leaking all over my valve cover and out of my oil cap. The reason is I got rid of my catch can because it was having issues. Thought it was the catch can, got rid of it, and I was driving to work and nope, still got smoke coming out of the hood. Looked under here and there was just oil everywhere, like filled up all in here, under here, all on the exhaust. And I found out that my check valve for my catch can has failed. So if you guys don't know, your check valve goes in between your hose from your outline of the catch can, and it basically, when you let off the gas, it prevents crankcase pressure from going back up the hose and into the crankcase and overpressurizing it and causing seals to leak. Mine failed. So basically when it fails, it means that instead of air only going one way, it can come back out. And when it comes back out, I don't know why I'm away from the car. So your crankcase pressure comes out of your valve cover into the catch can if you have one, out of the catch can, then into the manifold and back into there. If you have a check valve, which you should, then the air only goes one way. And when you let off the gas, the vacuum reverses and it starts creating positive pressure. Now, if you don't have a check valve, that positive pressure goes back up here and back into the crankcase. Now, that is not ideal, obviously, for multiple reasons. Mainly because it creates pressure and makes your oil leaks happen. I'm at work and I don't really have a solution except for venting to atmosphere. So what I did is I took one pressure washer end piece, another pressure washer end piece, and then there's a brass adapter in the middle that this threads to. And then I took, if you guys know, the little pin that goes on like a bicycle pump, that little pin that screws on, and it's extremely thin. You might even be able to see it in there. Yeah, you see that little pin there? So I put that in there, and then I cut a credit card and I put it around the pin and threaded it around the threads in here, so you guys can hear. If I blow in it, you can hear the air coming out. If I blow in it the other way, it's extremely hard. I can barely blow in it the other way. So this should at least solve my issue until I get home. It should get me right until I get home. So basically how this works is the little valve in there, you guys saw it, it's the little pin. So the pin is facing this way. When I blow into it, the bottom of the pin, the wider spot, sits in in this channel here. It covers that. When I blow in it, it pushes forward and hits the credit card. When it hits the credit card, it stops there, but there's little holes around the credit card for air to escape through. Now, if air comes backwards, it pushes the pin against where it stops, and the only place air can come through is that tiny little hole. That's the pin, like that tiny hole instead of the big one here that you're looking at. So, hopefully this solves my crankcase pressure issue. This is not my stuff, this is a customer's car. I'm just using the light inside. So yeah, hopefully this solves my issue. I'm going to go install it. I'll show you what it looks like when it's installed. I'm literally just going to put it inside the middle of the hose and hope it works. So I'm going to go install it, show you guys what that looks like, and then I will tell you all if it works or not. Okay, so the valve is in the hose. I don't know if you can see the bulge right here, but it's right there, and I'm just going to put a hose clamp around it. And then I've got that going down there for now. And yeah, the reason I went back to my stock air box is because I was cleaning my engine bay. The AFE filter got tiny bit wet, and I guess the dye from the filter came off, got my MAF sensor dirty, and then killed my MAF sensor. So I decided to go back to my stock air box because I prefer it pulling in cold air from the bottom and from here. So that's that. And then I gotta do a different catch can routing setup because I didn't like the way that this one was set up with the 3-stage manifold. So, gonna finish this up, drive home, and then we'll see. So it's the next day. Obviously I made it home with my makeshift one-way valve, and as you can see there's a little bit of pressurization, but it got me home. And without covering, like, this was all covered in oil. It was on the side of here, you can still see the stains. It's down there. I'm pretty sure it leaked out of my rear main seal, so I'm probably gonna have to do that, which sucks because the transmission has to come apart from the engine. So yeah, I'm gonna put my catch can back on, and I'm gonna put a new one-way valve in there, which I will show you guys what that looks like if I can find it. I hope I left it. Of course I didn't leave it. Oh yeah, I did. This looks kind of knackered because I've used it a bunch, but air goes in here, out here, and if you put it in this one, this is a very small side. It's not enough airflow. But yeah, this will go in there and prevent all that. Alright, now the part that I'm looking forward to is showing y'all how I did this. So I'm just going to take this tape off and show you. Alright. So we unscrew this guy, you can see that it's just a straight hole. And then in here, we've got the one-way valve that I took from a bicycle pump. And basically when air, that's the credit card in the middle with the holes, with the hole around it so air can flow through. So basically, that valve would sit in here like that. When air would blow, it would push forward and let air escape and get stuck on the credit card so it wouldn't block that hole. And then when air would come back the other way, it would push the valve back, and the only air that could come through was through that tiny little orifice. And it worked good enough to get me home, and that's all that leaked. So I think it would have been better than venting to atmosphere, because I vented to atmosphere before and had the same result as no check valve. It just leaks everywhere. So if your check valve fails and you are handy, you can make one out of random supplies. Like, you could probably make one out of a couple sockets and a BB or anything really. It's just, you gotta understand how the things work and figure out how to make something that will work like that. So hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. Beamer-Fonz out. Peace. Also, one last thing I wanted to mention is, yes, I know I could have bought a new valve, but I couldn't actually, because I get to work at 4 o'clock. Part stores close at 5, and I couldn't exactly drive there. And if I could, I wouldn't even get there I wouldn't even get there by the time before they close. So I didn't really have an option except to make my own. So if you are in that predicament and you have supplies laying around and you understand how it works, you can make one. So yeah, next video I'm going to be making will be about draggy, because I recently got a draggy. You guys saw in the middle clip there I was using it to do my 0 to 60, so that will be the next video. Peace.